It's no secret our girl Cassie has been on the struggle bus for the past 3 years. But all the struggles in your life have brought up a bad habit that you would really like the listeners to help you out with.
Yeah, I noticed, and things lately too have been just such a pile on that I'm sinking back into old bad habits, and I'm going to go ahead and throw out sort of a content warning for disordered eating, just in case you're dealing with that. You may want to check out or check back later. So I found myself doing things, and it started slow with like biting my nails, and I used to be a nail biter. I stopped, and now I can't stop chewing at them because I'm like all on edge. And I'm trying to hold everything together during the day, but it's like at night when I'm able to like let go for a minute that things sort of start to slide. And I notice I'm starting to be hard on myself. I'm making more, Bert's brought it up as well, more, not self-deprecating, comments about myself. And I know that's because I'm feeling insecure on the inside about everything in life, like not necessarily about my appearance, but it's something that I start to do as a sort of a protection thing. Like if you make the joke first, then no one else can make it about you. And I can't handle that right now. And so I'm making the jokes first so I can get, here's the punchline out of the way just in case anyone wants to make it. Because I also don't want to be a Debbie Downer. Like that's not fun for anybody. I don't really like when people are asking me, how are you doing? Because I'm like, what do you really want to know? Because it's bleh. So I'll just either fake it and be like, it's fine. Or, we can really get into it, but then we're going to be getting into the weeds. So I'm just trying to maintain this semblance of normalcy as I move through this season of life. But one thing I noticed, like when the year kicked off, I was doing so good. I was hitting the gym like 4 times a week. I was being active with the kids. I was eating really healthy, not 100%, but like definitely switched up a lot of stuff. And I lost about 15 pounds and I was feeling great. And it was, part of it was because I want to be around longer for my kids. I have a big birthday coming up and my doc is like, you need to change some stuff or you're going on some meds. And the other part was like, hey, this is a really difficult season. And I know that working out, as much as annoying as it is and eating healthier, is going to make me feel better. And it does. And then I just started to backslide and the chips came a-calling. And it's like every night now I'm binge eating and it's a lot. And I don't know how to stop because the next day I'm like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I can stop this. And then I don't. And then I'm like, that's okay. We have tomorrow. And when I say binge eating, it's not like I'm eating 4 pizzas. And that is a real disorder. So I wouldn't put myself as having a binge eating disorder. And I don't want to be dismissive of an actual disease that many people are grappling with. But it's like an entire family-size bag of Sour Patch Gummy Kids, or a family-size Kit Kat, a king-size Kit Kat, or whatever it is, chips that day. And I'm trying to sub in stuff like seaweed or carrots instead, but there's just something almost comforting about it. And it's like the physical, a lot of it is the tangible physical act of chewing. Like I'm not actually hungry. I don't really want to swallow. It's just the repetitiveness, and there's a weird comfort to be found in it. And it's something I used to struggle with as well, and I got away from it. So I'm sliding back into that, and it's so frustrating.
I bet.
Yeah, because I'm trying really hard, and I just want to catch a break, and I don't know how to stop it. And I feel like I can, and I feel like I should be able to very easily. And I'm annoyed because now my clothes look different. And I'm like, dang it, I just did all that work at the gym and now it's back to like square one. And I don't feel good. I don't feel good when I wake up the next morning. Like, when you've had too much sugar the day before, you just wake up feeling kind of crappy and slow. And it's like logically, I'm like, I need to do X, Y, and Z. And my mind agrees. Yeah, let's do X, Y, and Z. And then when push comes to shove, it's like some executive dysfunction or something where I'm like, does not compute. And I glitch out. I'm like, all right, time for another whatever bag of chips. And I don't know quite what to do to manage it. I could get back into the gym and I want to. It's just the schedule has been insane. I know that sounds like a cop-out. It's not. Not everyone has the same 24 hours. I hate that sentiment when someone's like, you have the same 24 hours in the day as Beyonce. Mm. She has nannies and a personal trainer and chefs, and good for her. I just don't have access to all that stuff right now. And so, or ever. I don't know why I said right now.
Because you're manifesting it for your future.
It's going to happen. And there's nothing wrong with using those resources. I just don't have that. And so I don't know if anyone listening has any tips for something that they did. Like, do I need to tie a string around my finger to look at to remind myself? But the problem is I'll see that string as the reminder and be like, it's been a long day. You deserve it, girl.
Yeah. All right. So I do, and I know it's hard to give yourself grace because it's going to be cyclical because you're just going to beat yourself up and then that's going to put you in a bad place. And the reason why, when you're in a bad place, that's when you want to binge eat. And so you're just going around and around and around. So I know you have done therapy before and I know you talked to like a food specialist and I don't want to call her a nutritionist, but what was her title?
God, I don't remember, but she was like a food therapist.
Yes, she was a food therapist. Do you recall any tools she gave you when you struggled with this before and what you implemented to help yourself that you could reach back down and try to like retrieve some of those tools?
Yeah, her name was great. And for those I know people are going to DM, I believe her name was Margaret Schwenke. It was really about switching up the way I ate and what I ate that we got into, sort of like early and I did it this morning, actually, funny enough, like eating a salad with lots of seeds. I mean, there was fried chicken on it too, because it was from Chick-fil-A, but balance, that sort of stuff. And that's what I'm trying to get back to. And that's what I really started doing at the beginning of the year. Like, I know it sounds beans, but I was eating so many beans because you can make really good dishes with that. So it was heavy on the veggies, yada, 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 boring, but it was working. But as time is slipping away from me and things are getting crowded and packed in my schedule, like it's kind of like, it feels like it's a house of cards. And when you've built the house of cards, you're like, amazing. And then one thing goes wrong and it all tumbles down. And I'm just having trouble rebuilding it because I'm like, God, it was so much effort. And if just one, a couple or 3 weeks of crazy schedule could knock it all down, then it's not sustainable. And why bother? And I know that's a bad mental place to be at. I just don't know how to shake it.
This may sound stupid, but it was a really small change I made to help with eating late night snacks or craving late night snacks. I drink water and brush my teeth. I promise you it works. Like, it's something about brushing your teeth that right after and you drink the water and the hunger pains kind of go away. And it's something about just not wanting to eat right after you brush your teeth. And somebody told me that a while ago and it actually worked for me.
Okay.
As somebody who's also really struggled with binge eating, I wish I had like the exact formula I could give you and be like, this is what helped me. But I think just like the biggest piece of advice I could give you as someone who really struggled with that is sometimes there is a deeper issue. And because you're really in the thick of your struggles right now, like you're going through a lot. Like you're not just on the struggle bus. Like at this point, it's not a bus. Like
the struggle bus ran me over and now it's backing up is what it feels like.
You are underneath the struggle bus. And I think maybe just the biggest piece of advice I can give you is just, I know for me, when I was in the thick of it, I was trying to solve my problems by restricting, and then that would lead me into like a binge cycle. It would just be this constant pendulum. So maybe just focus on not necessarily thriving, but just surviving. Like maybe a goal for you is just to like only binge once a week or maybe binge every other day. And then slowly over time, those binging patterns will go away and you'll hopefully get to a point where for me, I'm like, I can't even remember the last time I binged because it's been so long. But it also took me a really long time to get here.
That's a good point because it's like every day, all day, I do what I consider pretty good. Like, sure, there's fried chicken, but it's a salad. It's not a fried chicken sandwich. Like, for me, it was all about balance. And so I'll be at the end of the day feeling great. And then it just, whoosh, black slide. So maybe I just need to work on one day a week, trying not to do it.
All right. Bert Show listener Jill has some advice for you, Cassie. Jill, what would you like to impart on Cassie to help with her binge eating at night?
Hey, good morning. I can totally relate to a weight issue. And one of the things that has really helped me, and I know there's a stigma around this, but these weight loss drugs. So I had to start Manjaro for other reasons. I was pre-diabetic, diabetic. But I'll tell you what it has done for me. It has changed my brain chemistry completely. So I'm not hungry. I don't think about food. And I actually feel like a thin person in my brain for the first time in my life. And I'm in my late 50s. So have you considered doing that?
You know, it's really funny you mentioned that, Jill, because that is something I've been considering lately and I'm going to talk to my doctor about. I think I just wanted to be able to try to give it a good old-fashioned go for it first, like with working out and eating healthy, to then prove to myself, because I have PCOS, which if you don't know, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it makes losing weight impossible isn't the right word, but close to it. It's very difficult to shed weight. But I wanted to give it the good old college try first, so then I could be like, cool, I tried everything. I need assistance and help. And maybe it's just time to be like, I need some help because I just can't do it myself. And I don't know why that makes me feel like a failure, because anybody else tells me they're on GLP-1. I'm like, good for you. Like, you do what you got to do to get healthy. But for some reason, I hold myself to a different unattainable standard. And I'm sure there's something I need to unpack there in therapy. But all right, drugs it is.
When in doubt, always go with drugs. Thank you for sharing, though, because I know that's not easy to talk about, and that's a very vulnerable thing. And so I'm sure you're helping out a lot of people, because the phone lines are now lighting up with people who are in the same boat as you. So you're not alone, and we're also here to back you up.
Thank you. Well, we can get together and shoot each other up with some of good times.
The Bert Show.